So I saw this Supraphonic on, what was this, Facebook Marketplace, and I could have sworn that it was a Black Beauty. But it was just a Supraphonic that was covered in years and years of smokers' junk. This was sitting in this guy's apartment, really nice guy, but he had been smoking in there since the dawn of time. And the snare was looking pretty ratty. And it was so dark in those photos, I literally thought he was selling a Black Beauty. But he was a nice guy, and I bought it from him, and I decided to, I decided to clean it up and see what's going on with it. So that's what we're gonna do. It's hard to tell from these pictures how nasty this thing was, because there's still, the chrome is just phenomenal. But you'll see later about what was going on with it. The first thing I do is I disassemble the whole drum, take everything off the lugs, and I found this stamp on the inside. I don't know if that's a low serial number or what that means. This is a drum from the 90s. This is a Monroe Supraphonic. I think the person had a hard time getting a good sound out of this thing, had the wires on backwards, and it's just, you know, you just find all kinds of crazy stuff when you buy used drums. And here's a shot at what you can get a better sense of all the smoker's gunk on there. As a former smoker myself, this is a PCA, that smoking is bad and it's bad for your instruments, but try not to judge. And taking everything off here, getting down to the bare shell. I've never seen this before. I've done a bunch of vintage Supras, but I've never seen ones without springs in them. So that's a new one for me. This is an aluminum shell Supraphonic. It's not a brass. I waited. I even, ooh, what we got there? That's all, what's it like underneath the lugs, and a better sense of why. You can see why I thought it was a Black Beauty covered in that stuff. This is what I used to soak everything with, and I didn't even need to polish this drum afterward. This stuff works so well on this drum. So there you have it. There's the shell, all gunked up and gross. And let's see what happens when we clean it up a little bit. The suspense is amazing here. Killing me. And that's what we got. Bleh. If you're smoking, I'm just giving you shit, but it's okay. Just try to quit. Let's see. And some more of that probably somewhere in the video after I polished it up. The thing polished up really well. And there's all the tar coming off that with this grease. This stuff is used to clean grills and stuff like that, and it's great on metal. So clean as a whistle. Looked amazing. This is, you can see why I didn't even need to polish the shell. Came out really, really well. And that's all I needed to do on this one. So let's get into, dun dun dun. That stuff was green beforehand. Let's get into some reassembly. Super fast, putting it all together. You could see why I use grease lightning. This is just cleaning it up. That's all I needed to do on this. And it's like showroom finish. The inside of the drum still smells a little bit smoky, but I don't care. We're putting everything back on here. New heads. I used an Emperor X on this, an Emperor coated Emperor X. A hazy snare side for the resonant. The original snare wires were the ones that came with the drum and had a little script logo of Ludwig on there, which are great wires anyway. So I like to use strings. A lot of people like to use the strip things, but I like strings. And there you have it. And that's the original head. That's what it looked like. And now let's basically tune it up. Oh, wait. Before. There you go. After. Bling. That looks amazing. I like it. It's pretty. So, here's the sound test.